wake up starving, not hungry, starving, the kind that twists your stomach so hard it feels like something inside you is trying to claw its way out. Your mouth is dry, your tongue feels heavy. The room around you is dim, cold, and too quiet. For 1 second you think it is just morning, a bad morning, maybe you skipped dinner, maybe you are sick, then you hear it. A bowl hitting the floor in another room, then a scream. Not loud at first, just one broken sound, human, terrified. You force yourself up, your knees shake immediately, the air smells wrong. Not like breakfast, not like bread, coffee, soup or firewood, just dust, damp walls, empty air, a house that has forgotten what food even is. You stumble into the next room, drawers are open, cabinets torn apart. A woman is on the floor grabbing at spilled flour with both hands, licking it from the wood before someone else can take it. A child is crying without tears because there is no water left in him to make them. And then you see the shelf, empty. Every jar, every sack, every crumb, gone. Outside, more voices rise into the grey morning. Not confusion anymore, panic. Because somehow, overnight, the same truth has reached everyone at once. There is nothing left to eat. And out in the street, people are already starting to run. You step outside, and the cold hits your skin like a warning. The street is packed, too packed. Doors slam open. Barefoot people stumble out half-dressed, clutching pots, knives, sacks, anything that might help them search, steal, or survive. No one is speaking normally. Every voice is sharp, cracked, desperate. You smell smoke, but not cooking smoke. Burned cloth, wet ashes, fear. A man pushes past you carrying an empty crate, as if moving faster might somehow fill it. An old woman is on her knees in the mud, muttering the same prayer again and again with cracked lips. Two boys tear open a garbage pile with frozen hands, fighting over something that turns out to be leather. You look toward the market. That is where your body pulls you before your mind does. Food means market. Bread means market. Meat, grain, salt, dried fruit, anything. If there is hope anywhere, it is there. So you move. Fast at first, then faster. The streets narrow with bodies, elbows, shoving shoulders, a baby screaming from somewhere you cannot see. Someone falls. No one stops. A cart has overturned near the corner, and 3 people are scraping dirt into their mouths because something oily once spilled there. And now you understand this is not one empty house, not one missing delivery, not one bad harvest you can wait out. This is bigger. The market comes into view, and from the way people are clawing at its locked gates, you know the answer before you even get close. There is nothing there either. You reach the market and the sound hits first. Metal rattling, wood cracking, hundreds of voices crashing together into one ugly roar. The gates are shut, but that does not matter anymore. People are climbing them, hanging from them, smashing them with stones, tools, bare fists. They are not trying to buy food. They are trying to prove it still exists. You squeeze between bodies until you can see through the broken slats. Empty stalls, no bread, no fish, no grain sacks, no hanging meat, no baskets of onions or apples or roots. Just tables, dirt, and scraps of straw moving in the wind like ghosts of what used to be there. A soldier stands on a crate, shouting something about ration, records, storehouses, emergency control, but his words drown beneath the rage. Someone throws a brick, someone else lunges, the soldier disappears under the crowd. You back away, breathing hard. This was not an accident. You hear fragments around you. Fast, terrified, half-believed. The river shipments never came. The granaries were opened and found empty. The livestock died. The warehouses were stripped in the night. Some say plague, some say war, some say the government hid it. Some say this was coming for months, and the rich already left with everything worth eating. You do not know what is true. You only know your stomach hurts worse now because hope is gone. Then a cry tears through the square. Storehouse by the west wall. The crowd shifts all at once, like one animal, and suddenly you are moving with it whether you want to or not. Now you run, because if you do not run, you get crushed. Bodies slam into you from both sides as the crowd surges through the street toward the Western Wall. Your breath burns, your legs already feel weak, but fear keeps forcing them forward. Somewhere behind you, glass shatters. Somewhere ahead, someone is screaming the name of a missing child. No one turns back. The city feels different now, not alive, hunted. Windows are broken open, shops stand gutted, people drag furniture into alleys to block doors. A man with a cut across his cheek clutches a dead chicken so tightly its feathers are stuck to his blood. Two women fight over a sack that is clearly empty, but neither will let go. You pass a fountain, dry. That should scare you even more than the missing food, but there is no room left in your body for another fear. Then you see the storehouse. Massive wooden doors, stone walls, guards in front. For one heartbeat, relief hits you so hard you almost cry. Then you see the guards' faces. Not calm, terrified. They know what is coming. The first people reach the doors and pound on them, begging, bargaining, swearing. There are children dying, old parents collapsing, babies with nothing. The guards shout back, push them away, raise weapons, one warning, then another, and then someone in the crowd throws the first torch. It arcs through the grey air like fate. The guards break formation. The doors shake under the force of hundreds, and you realize with a sick drop in your chest that even if there is food inside, you may have to kill to reach it. The doors splinter. The sound is like a bone snapping, and then everything breaks at once. People rush forward screaming, not words anymore, just raw sound. The guards swing clubs and blades, but hunger is stronger than fear now. You get shoved from behind so hard you slam into the doorway shoulder first. Someone falls under the crush. You feel bodies stepping over bodies, maybe over faces. You do not look down. Inside it is dark, cold, and thick with dust. For one wild second, you think there might still be something here. Hidden crates, barrels, grain in the back, anything. But as your eyes adjust, dread spreads through you like ice. Most of it is empty. Shelves stripped bare, broken bins, torn sacks spilling only powder and husks. A few potatoes, black with rot, vanish beneath grabbing hands. A rat skitters out from under a crate, and three people dive after it. One catches it, another tackles him. They vanish into the floor in a snarling knot of limbs. You freeze. This is what hunger has made of everyone. This is what it is making of you. Then, in the far corner, you see a small sealed chest half hidden beneath fallen boards. Others see it too. Their faces change. Hope, madness, violence. You can run now and keep your soul. Or you can move faster than the rest and survive tonight. But the mob is already turning toward that corner, and you are standing right in its path. You go for the chest, not because you are brave, because you are hungry enough to stop being human for one terrible second. You throw yourself forward as bodies slam around you. Someone grabs your coat, it tears. Another hand claws across your neck. You shove through, fall to one knee, get up again. The chest is right there now, wedged beneath. Cracked boards and a collapsed beam. You hook your fingers under the edge and pull, heavy, too heavy. A man lunges beside you, wild-eyed, teeth clenched, and grabs the other side. For a moment you both stare at each other. No history, no names, just two creatures reduced to the same need. Then he punches you. Light bursts in your skull. You hit the floor. Boots thunder around your head. Someone screams. Someone is begging. You taste blood. The man drags the chest free. The crowd sees. That is the end of him. They swarm so fast it barely looks real. He vanishes under hands, shoulders, knees, rage. The chest cracks open in the struggle. You crawl backward, dizzy, blinking through dust and tears. Inside the chest there is not bread, not grain, not dried meat, only seeds. A few sacks of hard, precious seeds, planting seeds, food for months from now, maybe worthless tonight. The sound that rises from the crowd is worse than screaming. It is the sound of hope dying, and when hope dies in a starving city, something even more dangerous takes its place. The fire reaches the rafters. Smoke rolls across the ceiling first, black and thick, swallowing the little light that remains. Then the heat comes, fast, too fast. Someone must have knocked over another torch, maybe 10. Maybe this was always going to end in flames. The dry wood catches with a hungry crackle, and suddenly the whole storehouse begins to groan around you like an animal in pain. Run! The word tears through the panic. But there is barely space to move. People push toward the exit all at once, crushing each other against the narrow doorway. Others stay near the broken chest, still fighting over the seed sacks as if madness can turn them into a meal. Your lungs burn. Every breath is ash. You stagger to your feet. A child is crouched near a pillar, frozen, too shocked to move. Thin face, huge eyes, soot on both cheeks. No mother, no father. Just that stare that asks the question nobody can answer. What do I do? Now? The beam above him cracks. You have 1 second. Keep moving and maybe survive. Turn back and risk everything. Your body wants the door. Your fear wants air. Your stomach wants you alive at any cost. But something inside you refuses. You dive through the smoke, grab the child under the arms and pull. He is lighter than he should be, terribly light. You drag him as sparks rain down around you. People slam into your back. One nearly knocks you flat. The doorway is there, almost there. Then the ceiling behind you collapses with a roar so violent the floor shakes under your feet, and the crowd surges again. Now either both of you make it out, or neither of you does. You burst into the street with the child clutched against your side and drop to your knees in the mud, coughing so hard your ribs feel like they might split open. Cold air. At last. You drag it into your lungs like it is food itself. Around you the world has not become calmer, it has become worse. Smoke pours from the storehouse into a sky the color of iron. People stumble out blackened with soot, some empty-handed, some carrying seed sacks like stolen treasure, some carrying nothing at all except the look of those who have seen the end of something and know it cannot be rebuilt. The child clings to your sleeve but says nothing. Across the square, the first shops are being broken open. Not for buying, for stripping. Doors ripped from hinges. Floorboards torn up. People searching for hidden potatoes. Old. Grain, animal feed, anything that can be chewed, boiled, swallowed, survived. Then you hear a new sound. A bell, one slow toll, then another. Not church, not celebration, emergency. The city is sealing itself. Guards move toward the gates. Chains, orders, spears. No one in, no one out. Maybe to stop riots, maybe to stop disease. Maybe because those in charge know what happens when a starving crowd reaches the countryside. You look at the walls, at the locked roads, at the child, at the burning storehouse. And now the truth lands with full weight. There will be no rescue tonight, no secret convoy, no miracle cart of bread rolling in at dusk. If you stay inside these walls, hunger will decide what you become. So when the crowd turns toward the eastern gate in one last desperate rush, you run with them. The eastern gate is chaos long before you reach it. People hammer on the wood, climb the stone, beg the guards, threaten them, promise money that means nothing now. Mothers hold up, skeletal children. Old men collapse in the dirt and are stepped around like broken furniture. The smell here is sweat, smoke, mud, blood, and the slow, sour scent of bodies already failing. You push forward with the child's hand locked in yours. The gate is still open a crack, not enough for escape, enough for hope, and hope is dangerous. A mounted officer shouts that no one leaves. The farms outside are empty too. The roads are unsafe. Bandits everywhere. Disease in nearby towns. Anyone who tries to force the gate will be cut down. Some people stop, most do not, because once food is gone forever in your mind, death outside the wall feels kinder than waiting inside it. The first rush hits the guards like a wave. Spears shove bodies back. Horses scream. Someone falls under hooves. Stones fly from the crowd. The child's fingers slip in your hand for one horrifying second, then tighten again. You see a gap, small, sudden, real. A side postern door half open while two guards struggle. With the crush, this is it. Maybe your only chance. You drag the child toward it, shoulder through a panicked man, duck under an arm swinging a club, and lunge for the opening. Then a soldier turns and sees you. His blade rises. The child freezes. And time, for one brutal heartbeat, seems to stop. You move before fear can. You shove the child through the opening. He stumbles into the darkness beyond the wall and disappears from sight. Then the soldier reaches you. The strike comes fast, not clean, not heroic. Pure force. White pain tears across your side and throws the breath out of you. You crash against the stone, half inside, half out, hearing the roar of the crowd behind you and the wide, empty wind beyond the gate. For a second, you almost let go. You could stay down, stay warm against the wall, let darkness close over you before the hunger does. Then a small hand grabs your sleeve from outside. The child, pulling, waiting, believing you are still coming. So you drag yourself through. The postern slams behind you, and just like that, the city is on the other side, burning, starving, screaming into the night. You lie in the dirt beyond the wall, bleeding, shaking, listening to thousands of desperate voices trapped behind stone. Ahead of you there is no feast, no safety, only cold fields, black roads, and a world that may be just as empty. But the sky above is open, the air is open, and for one more night you are too. The child curls beside you, silent with fear, and you stare into the dark, knowing the truth no one wants to hear. When food disappears, civilization does not die slowly. It collapses in a single human heartbeat. And the first thing hunger takes is not your strength, it is your soul.